casino, the new casino. Behind me is like Queen Street Mall. Queen Street Mall is down there, kind of the shopping district. This is now called Griffith Uni. I love this building. I think it's just absolutely beautiful. It used to be a treasury building, so it used to be called the Treasury Casino. So that used to be the casino. And then behind it is another building, part of the Treasury, and it had a hotel. I don't know if it's still a hotel, to be honest, but that is not a casino anymore. That is the casino over here. So this one here, the Star Casino. But decisions, we can walk down here. This is where you get the city cats, the city hopper, you go down the river with, North Quay. Or, I've actually not walked down this way before. I think we're going to walk down this way for something different, right? It's called Queen's Wharf. I actually haven't walked down here before. I think a bit of historical stuff here. I mean, Brisbane isn't that old in the scale of, the world, but, it's not a very... We do have a bit of history. The Legacy wartime. That's the, my God, what is it? City Hall. Oh God, that's a bit interesting. What the hell is that about? Air raids. Part of the official air raid precautions, Brisbane Council installed and constructed 168 blast-proof shelters. I had no idea. There were shelters designed to safeguard up to 11,600 people who lived and worked and visited the area. I had no idea there used to be some air raid, bomb shelters. Wow. I wonder where they are. It says 168. I wonder if... No, that's not them. Oh yeah, here we are. You're right. Demolished existing. Hey, wait on. How do you find the existing ones? I'm here. So they're saying that there's one here. Where? Maybe that was it in there. I wonder. I reckon maybe it is. That's really interesting. So there's actually a lot of existing air raid shelters. The dots are all the existing ones. There's quite a few in the valley. I've never known. Okay. And then there's there's a lot of demolished ones. There was 168. Wow, I didn't know that. Okay, there you go. Bunker down here. Here we go. Yeah, so this would be it here behind me. It's a box basically. Shelter for what? Shelter for one residence. Oh, okay, and then there's a group shelter for 4 adjoining houses. What? Step back in time. Oh, these are them here. That's actually... Okay, they definitely don't exist anymore, right? Just bomb shelters in the middle of the street. Interesting. I mean, I shouldn't laugh because, obviously I've not lived through any big war. Interesting. Hey, Dr. Ginger, how you going, mate? I'm literally just walking by the river in Brisbane. So Brisbane is the capital of my state, Queensland. And I'm just reading some history about some war bunkers, basically, that I never even knew existed. If you are in the street when the air raider siren sounds, don't stampede. Go near the public shelter. I had no idea there was public shelters. And it says that there's actually a few of them existing still. Oh, they've turned the bunkers into bus shelters. Oh, wow, I had no idea. Okay, that doesn't exist anymore. That's just that building, this behind me. That is it. That is one of the bunkers. I had no idea. There you go. So Dr. Ninja, this is the new Star Casino. I don't know if you're into casinos, but that used to be the old casino. I love that building. It's the Treasury building. It's a very, very nice architecturally kind of designed. And this is the new one, Star Casino. Anyway, we're going for a walk back to my car. It's a bit of a walk. You don't need to hang out the whole time with me, mate, if you want to see a little bit of Brisbane River. It's not very sunny this afternoon. It's a bit overcast, actually. That's interesting. interesting. I had no idea we had air shelters still. I didn't even know we had air shelters originally. There you go. Obviously, I've not lived through war times to know about it. That's interesting though. You gave me the dream of going to Bali. Okay. When are you going to Bali, Dr. Ninja? Which city? This is Brisbane City. Brisbane City. So I like Brisbane. I mean, obviously, you know, I was born in Brisbane City, so like, I like Brisbane. Now, let me just see if I can... Now, we want to go I want to show you guys the mangrove walk. We should be able to get down there from here. But yeah, this is a pretty cool building. This is the Star Casino. And see that kind of walkway up there? And you can see there's a glass walkway. It's pretty cool. You go stand on that and it's like you look down, it's all glass. It's pretty crazy. I think we're going to go down here. So Dr. Ninja, you're going to go to Bali. You will love Bali if you're going to go to Bali. So I don't know where you guys are based, but scooters are a big thing here in this town. I personally don't like them because people zoom in them and then they fall off them and they kill themselves. Okay, so we're walking down. It's low tide at the moment. You can see there's the mangroves here. Normally this would be covered over in water. Actually, we'll go back up this way. So there's a walkway, a bikeway here. Oops, I'm in the middle of the bikeway. Bike people do not like you. Oh, isn't that pretty? Bike people do not like you on their bikeway. They get really, really pissed off at you. Well, Dr. Ninja, if you're going to go to Bali, you got to come to Australia, of course, mate. You've got to come because, like, Bali is, well, the other side of the world for you, just as far as Australia, right? So we won't go on the scooter bike road. We'll go around this way. So over here is South Bank. I don't know if you guys have heard of or been to Expo. We had Expo 88 a long, long time ago now. And over that side of town on the river, this is the Brisbane River here, there used to be a lot of industrial stuff over there. And then with Expo 88, a whole redevelopment got done and a beautiful parkland was put over here. So over here is actually a Nepalese garden. You won't be able to see it, but there's a Nepalese garden over there, and then there's a Chinese, Japanese, actually I think there's a Japanese garden over here too. So a lot of the existing structures that were from Expo are still there. There's a Brisbane sign that says Brisbane but backwards. We've got the Ferris wheel. That wasn't put in Expo 88. But there's an art museum over there, performing arts museum, a lot of arty kind of stuff over there, and then they've got a beautiful parkway over there. But yeah, and they've got a swimming pool over here in the water, like not in the water, sorry, like a beachy area. It's all man-made, like a lagoon. It's pretty popular. They're just doing it up actually at the moment, but in summertime that'll be really nice. But yeah, Brisbane River, it gets a bad rep, guys. It gets a bad rep. And today, it doesn't look so pretty. This morning, it looked really nice because the sky is like shitty. It looks like it's going to rain. Hope it doesn't rain because I don't have an umbrella with me. So then naturally the water looks dirty. But you'll never see, this is not clean like the ocean, right? This is a river. And like, you know, all the agricultural stuff's up the river, so it all just comes flowing down the river. But yeah, that's the new casino. It's quite popular. It's quite popular to go up to it's the 24th floor, and it's free to go up there and look at the view and stand on the glass platform. It's pretty cool, actually. So yeah, anyway, we're going to walk back to my car. My car is parked yonder, a couple of k's away. Now today's a public holiday here in Brisbane, and if you're an American like Dr. Ninja is, he's just near Florida. When you say public holiday, you think, well, actually no, public holiday, yeah, is exactly what it is. It's a public holiday. It's one day. Oh, these girls are doing a little TikToky dance. We don't use vacation. Oh, there's a pelican. And like, so I'm about to go on holidays for two months. You guys would say holidays is just a one day thing. We use holiday for days off. Like right now it's a public holiday, or I'm going on holidays for two months. Hello, pelican. Yeah, so different terminology. But anyway, today is the public holiday for the Brisbane area for the Ekka. The Ekka is the Brisbane show. So the Brisbane show, oh look, there's a bicycle down there. Oh, there's actually quite a few. Look, there's a bicycle and there's a scooter. That's hilarious. And of course we have Mr. Pelican. So yeah, there's no swimming area in the city, just to be clear. Oh, there's toilets over there, guys. That's good. I didn't know there was toilets over there. Mr. Pelican's eating something. So over there are the city cats. City cats are like ferries that just take you up and down the river. So that's how I got up the river today. I actually got a ferry up here. Now the really cool thing about Brisbane is our public transport is now 50 cents a go. So for example, if I get on the ferry and go across the river, it's 50 cents. If I go on the ferry and go up the river, like, 5 or 6 or 10 stops, 50 cents. It's so cheap. They're making it cheap so that people use it. I think it's brilliant, right? Because a lot of people don't use public transport because they think, oh, yucky, it's public transport, there's public people. Oh. I don't think like that, guys. I love public transport, absolutely love it. But it's expensive to use. So like, for example, if I drove into the city and then I'd park somewhere and then got on a ferry, it would probably cost me to go, just say 8 stops. It cost me about $8 Australian, which is probably, I don't know, $6 US. So it actually can be quite expensive catching public transport. So the fact that now it's only 50 cents, brilliant. Brilliant. Go to Queensland. So yeah, like I said, there is a show day today. My show day was on Monday, but I actually went to the show yesterday. And today, the Brisbane area is the show. So basically every little region in the area has a different show day so that we all don't go to the show the same day. But today is classed as People's Day. So the water, free water. We've got a bird here, guys. Now this is the Mangrove Walk, guys. Mangrove Walk. You get to QUT Uni here and another ferry. But this is a nice walkway. And of course, there's lots of mangroves, right? Mangrove walkway, walking in the ancient footsteps. Marwar was the indigenous name for Brisbane River. Really? Marwar. It flows 300 kilometres from the head of the waters to the Brisbane Ranges. I didn't know that. Interesting. So yeah, we've got low tide at the moment. Normally you don't see this. But it's good to see. And the mangroves. Look at the flowers of the mangroves. Interesting. Do people fish off the river? Or is it contaminated? Oh, look, I wouldn't eat this fish. No, because it's in a city. It's in a city. No, you wouldn't eat this. There's no one, you don't see people fishing here. If they do fish, they're chucking them back in. They're not fishing to eat. You would have to fish up the river more. Because think about it, all the, agricultural stuff, like, the chemicals that unfortunately that people use on like, their plants and stuff like that will come down the river. So yeah, I wouldn't be eating anything out of the river here. So all our fish and stuff doesn't come from the river. It comes out from out where I live, in the bay, in the ocean. So Brisbane's actually quite a small city. It's quite manageable to get around. So there's a lot of these ferries. There's even a free one actually. I mean, for 50 cents, it's so cheap, right? That's probably 20 cents US to use a ferry, or to go one stop or 20 stops on a public transport. So buses, trains, ferries, all the same price now here. But it's not the same for other states. Ours is the only state that does this. I wish they did it in Sydney. Because I tell you, Dr. Ninja, you've obviously got to go to Sydney. Sydney is amazing. I love Sydney. My dad's family are all from Sydney. And Sydney is such a great place. I mean, it's a massive city. And there's so much different public transport. You've got ferries, you've got the metro system, you've got a train system, you've got buses, lots of different buses and stuff. So it's very, very big. And it's very expensive to get around. So you've got a security, like an emergency thing there if something happens out here. And then you've got these Aboriginal kind of symbols here for the fish. That in the mangroves, stars, snakes, birds. So yeah, we've got a bit of an overcast afternoon. I'm okay with that. It's nice walking when it's a bit overcast. Even though it's winter right now, it's actually been quite warm. Like yesterday, I've been walking around today with no sweater on. I guess we'll call this a sweater because I can, whoops, wrong, that's my pocket. You can pull this down, it's a sweater. I just call it a jumper. But I know for my American friends, jumper means a completely different thing. That's a horse riding thing, right? But yeah, a lot of us just say, oh yeah, let's put a jumper on. Where you guys would say sweater. It's not a very Aussie thing to say. I'm just going to get my sweater. So that's going the way we want to go, but we don't catch the ferry. We're going to do some walking. I have got to say, I haven't been walking as much as I have been normally. Oh look, we've got a echidna. These are some of the Australian animals. The echidna, it's got sharpie things sticking out of it. Got the goanna. Got an emu upside down. Got the famous, I don't reckon that's a kangaroo, but it could be a kangaroo or a wallaby. Snakes, we've got many snakes in Australia. We have this one. Fish. That's a swamp hen. It's going to rain, probably. Don't say that, because I didn't actually bring my umbrella. So if it rains, guess what? We get wet. But it makes for an interesting sky, to be honest. There goes the ferry. It's got the boxing kangaroo on it. Sometimes, I think they changed the ferries, the paintings on them. There was a couple of ferries going around with Bluey on it. The Bluey, the kid story thing. I don't have kids, so I don't really know too much about it, to be honest. So we're about to walk into kind of where the uni is. There's a university here, and they've got the river stage where I've seen lots of DJs play there, and they did a lot of concerts on here. There's a big stage and grass area where you stand and dance and jump around. University of Queensland is UQ, which is the uni here. And then right next to the uni, which we're going to walk into, is the Botanical Gardens. There's a couple of botanical gardens in Brisbane, but this is the Brisbane one. There's Mount Cootha Botanical Gardens, which is a little bit outside of Brisbane. Right. So very kind of sleepy kind of vibes today. It is 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So normally you'd start seeing a lot of people coming home from work, but so it's most people that come into the city today have got the day off. I love these trees. They're very kind of haunted like. Look at the roots coming out from the trees that go out in the ground onto the ground. I actually don't know exactly what they're called, but very spooky like, right? Like it. So yeah, lots more of these scooters. So you just need to get the app and it just charges you for however far you travel. It's a Goodwill Bridge that goes over to South Bank. There's a couple of bridges that you can walk over. So that's the uni. You can walk through there. Other side is the gardens, but we're going to go around the side of it. And this is River Stage. So this is where you see a lot of the DJs or different bands play in there. Very popular bike ride in here, obviously, going around here. So just to show you where we are, we're here. We just started up here. So that's where Brisbane City is, pretty much, the business area. South Bank is here, the parkland. So we're just down here and we're going to go walking all the way around here. So you want to come along, come along. Oh, we've got some stones. I don't know what they're there for. I love how we have lots of water. So this is all clean water that you can drink. Something about it being spooky. Spooky, spooky. See, spooky. Spooky, spooky. Like you could just pretend that you're in haunted. So Dora does this dancing with Dora on a Wednesday night. So of course Halloween time, I've done a few weird dances through here, thinking it's all like spooky and it's very spooky. Spooky, spooky. Isn't it cool? These are roots, guys. Roots coming down to get more water out of the ground. Bloody cool. Oh, that's a bit spooky. Look at that. You've got a couple of spiders in there, guys. Spooky, spooky. All right, keep on walking. Keep on walking, Dora. Oh, we've got some more people to the chat. Dramatic Skies. TV show? I don't know about TV show. Beautiful. What are some artists you've seen there? Oh, what? Okay. I saw Fatboy and Slim. I have seen... the last one I went and saw was History of Sound. I'm into a bit of DJ music. Not everyone's cup of tea, I know. But yeah, I'm into a bit of dance music, so electronic kind of music. So I saw Ministry of Sounds, and it was called Classic, where basically they had a full-on orchestra. Hear me out, it was really, really interesting. I thought it'd be shit, to be honest. It was really, really good. Really good. So they actually played a lot of dance music, but with an orchestra. It was wild. It was so good. Who else? Daft Punk just played the beginning of the year. Okay, last time I came down here, we couldn't go through here. So this is going down. You go high or low. We're going low. Okay. So we're down by the waterline. Oops, guys, give me a second. I need to do my shoelace up. Okay, hold on. Just stare at my head for a second, because otherwise, there you go. There we go. Okay, we're going to charge. I need to put my battery pack in too. Oh, look at this, guys. The water, because the city cat came through, they've got a bit of wake coming through with the waves. All right, let's... I just need to get my battery pack out. I've come prepared. If my friend Paul, D Australia, is there. I am always not prepared, and my battery pack is normally dead. Let's see if it's dead. I'm sure I put it in my bag. Oh, otherwise we're not doing a live. We're going to turn off the live soon. Okay, guess what? We have a battery pack. Let's plug you in. Oh, guess what? We have some charge. We've got 75% on it. Bloody hell, look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Okay, give me a second. I'm trying to do it with my back. Okay. All right. Now we can just keep on going. All right. Backpack. I mean, sorry, not backpack. Battery pack. So it's like a hidden little section down here. Oh, these are interesting little flowers. Oh, all these little flowers are not nice. Interesting. I haven't walked down here in ages. So I used to work sometimes in the city. I used to have a job where I worked from home most of the time, and sometimes I had to come to the city. And I like to get a bit of exercise in through the day. And if you catch the train into the city, then you're obviously not going to do that much walking, right? You're going to catch a train, obviously. So what I did for extra exercise on the days I had to go to the city, I would drive near the city. I'd park somewhere for free, and then I'd walk this walkway, but reverse, into the city. And then on the way home, I'd reverse back. So this is the way I walk back to my car. So, yeah, so I used to do this maybe once or twice a month. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. Because I do feel like, we're in the middle of the city. We're in the middle of Brisbane City, the capital, right? And it feels like we're in the bush. Like we've got bush here this way. We've got mangroves this way. It's very cool. What have I got here? Elton John, Elton? Oh, what's EDM with live orchestra sounds amazing. Oh man, it was. So up here is a really, really nice section. You know what? Let's go up there. Because I said you can either go high or low. It goes in the same place. But there's a really nice section in here. And because it's a bit gloomy right now, it's probably a nice time to go in here. You don't always have to show places you live in, beautiful skies, because it's not realistic, right? Okay, so this is a high, keep on going that way, but we're going to go through here. So like I said, this is the botanical gardens, and you've got some beautiful trees. Look at the roots of that. That's so cool. So we're going to go through this way. Like before, we looked like we were in the bush. Now we're in a rainforest. Like literally, I'm in the Daintree. I'm joking. So if you haven't heard of the Daintree is up the top of Queensland, for my state, and it's like the oldest rainforest in the world. spectacular. Way better than this, but this is still quite nice, right? Because it's like a long way away from here. But look at the roots. The root system is so cool. That's a pretty cool kind of staircase. I would like to come in here and take photos one day when it's really nice weather. So we're going to cut through here. You've got a lot of bird poop. So obviously the birds must hang out up. Oh, look up there. We've got some, what are they called? Ibises. The ibises are up there. I know you can't see them. But let's walk through very fast because they said they're pooping down here, guys. We want poop on our heads. Oh, we can't get through here. Okay. Oh, look, it's a peace flower. Huh. Oh, here's another little walkway through here. We'll go through. No, we'll keep on going this way. I'll give you a bit of an idea of space. I mean, we're not talking about Central Park, okay, guys, just to be clear. This is no Central Park. But it is a park to come sit in here, away from the hustle and bustle of the city. I've been to a couple of weddings in here. Oh, look, these girls are having a little tea party over here. Let's zoom in. They're wearing, I think they're Asian girls that got all dressed up with their little hair. Oh, that looks really cute. They're obviously taking photos or something. That's quite cute. Huh? All right, we're going to go through here. No, I can't help myself. I'm a little bit of a voyeurist, guys. I like to watch people, right? And I'm curious about these girls. Dressed up. Having a little high tea here. Here they are. It's a bit rude of me to zoom in, but yeah, they are. Yeah, cool, hey? I think they're Asian girls doing it, but anyway, cool, go them. I mean, why not get dressed up and have a little picnic in the park? I sometimes do it with my girlfriends. We get dressed up and have a little... Okay, we're going to walk through the garden, Dora. No, you shouldn't walk through the garden. We'll go through it this way. Okay, we're not going to show people living homeless. There are a few people homeless around. Okay, so if we kept on walking low, that's where we'd be down there. We're just high at the moment. We'll stay up high. So over there is Kangaroo Point. It's beautiful over there. It's a good place to watch sunset because the sunset goes over this way and then you can see the sunset over Brisbane and over the river. It looks really nice. I don't think we're going to get a sunset this afternoon somehow. Bit of a look out here. So we're heading over that way. That's the Storybridge Hotel. Storybridge. I said hotel. There is a Storybridge Hotel, but there's a Storybridge. It's a bridge. We're going over that way. This is a new bridge that's just been built. The sky looks actually quite nice, actually. It's a new kind of hotel that's been opened up. A lot of new stuff being built and a lot of new old stuff here. That's an old hospital there. I think it's called St Andrews, I think, and there's a new section to it too. can see the scooters are very popular. Okay, this is the bunya tree. I don't know if you've ever heard of a bunya tree. They've got these big balls. If that hits you in the head, you're dead. I believe they have arborists that come up here and pull them down because obviously this is a public space. And bunya trees are very, very plentiful in this area. So it's part of, Brisbane to have a bunya tree. But because it's a public space, they can't have like these big bunya balls falling on someone's head and killing them, right? That wouldn't be a good look. This is what I'm talking about, bunya balls. They're huge. They're bigger than your head. They're massive. So yeah, they hit you in the head. Ouch. So, none of my usual friends are online at the moment, which is fine because I normally do live streaming in the morning when I go to the beach for sunrise. And then a lot of my American friends or UK friends are all, awake. They've all gone to sleep now. But in the afternoon, I have a completely different market of, different people have come in and say hello. So it's a good opportunity to make some friends. But I actually haven't been doing live streaming for ages. Not ages, but a week at least. I actually think it was last week. Maybe last Thursday or Wednesday I did a live stream. Wednesday, I think. Yeah, normally I'm pretty regular with my live streaming. But yeah, I'm just going through a stage at the moment because I'm getting ready to go to Africa, actually. Oh, that's a beautiful tree. Look at that tree. How pretty is that? Oh, the sky is amazing for it. So yeah, this is the Brisbane Botanical Gardens. It's very, very pretty. It's a nice tree. Even though it's a bit overcast, just looks good. What was I saying? Yeah, so I'm about to go to Africa. So I'm going in a week. So I just thought I'd take the opportunity while I'm walking back to my car and I'm by myself that I could do a live stream. And, one of my friends happens to watch this on a replay, which I don't say you should. Because, why? Why would you want to watch this on a replay? But if so, hi, how you going? Kind of feels weird to do a live stream when I haven't done one for a week. It's weird, eh? So weird. I can say I actually enjoyed not doing live streams for a while because I guess I've been so regular with live streams. It just becomes second nature. I'm going to get up and do a live stream. Go for a walk. Let's do a live stream. It's part of my process, right? But in saying that, it means that also I haven't been getting up and going to the beach and exercising much because I've been doing lots of different things to get ready for going to Africa. Plus I've been working, kind of doing extra work too. And I've also got my sister up, so that's why I've not been bothering with the live streaming. This is a nice little avenue with the sun. It looks really beautiful. Might not look like anything now, but it looks cool. I like it. Okay, this is a new walkway that's just opened up. For a while. But you can go from here all the way to New Farm in 4 kilometres. So it's a bit of a walk. We're not walking that far, guys. We're walking about half of it. Hello, Mitch ma'am. Welcome to Brisbane. We're bound by the Brisbane River. Oh, there's the Bluey. There's the Bluey ferry, guys. I was talking about the ferries being painted. So that's a normal ferry, not painted. That's another ferry, but it's painted like Bluey. See Bluey? They're the local ferries. It's a bit overcast this afternoon. I just walked out of the Botanical Gardens. Over here is Kangaroo Point. Normally that's where you can watch a really good sunset. lot of people have barbecues up the top there. Sunset and just watch the sunset go down over the river. It's really nice. So down here, I've yet to come, but I am going to come. We've got Prawn Star. So Prawn Star is see here, Prawn Star. Prawn Star. It is basically it's a franchise. They have them one at Mooloolaba, the Sunshine Coast, and they've got one in Cairns at the top of Australia. And basically you go there and you get fresh seafood and you dine in. You dine in on the boats, basically. It's very, very nice. Not open today. Again, public holiday, guys. Not everything's open today. So you sit on the back and they prepare it on the boat there. Yeah. This is a fancy restaurant up here. Stilts, it's called. There's a new bridge that's just opened up also. So most people, when they come to Australia, don't even bother coming to Brisbane because it's only a little place. And I guess Sydney and Melbourne have all the attractions. Sydney is awesome. Mulgabills, that's another cafe. So a lot of people exercise down here. See lots of people running and walking, bike riding, scootering. Try not to put the camera in someone's face. That's a Stanford Plaza there. That's a pretty popular, or should I say fancy hotel. Put it this way, when the Queen came to Brisbane, she stayed at the Stanford Plaza. So, that's the kind of, place it's going to be. It's pretty fancy. Stanford. I think it's a chain too, right? There's Stanford, I know there's Stanford in Singapore and Hong Kong. It's probably an English chain, probably. So for a while this has been closed because they're doing a whole redevelopment over here. But they've let you now walk through, which is great. It means you had to go on and go up and around the buildings on the street and then back down to the river. But it's just nice to walk straight through the river. Now I love this painting here. It's a really nice painting. It's got a nice message for us, for all of us. Ready? I'll read it out to you in a second. It says, breathe, slow down, be here now. So we've got beautiful turtles. Breathe, slow down, be here now. So basically, live in now. If you've ever read the book, The Power of Now, I only read that last year, by Eckhart Tolle. It's a bloody good book. It talks about basically living in the now. Don't focus on what's happened. You can't change what's happened, right? And look at this. This used to be Eagle Street, which we're right at now, Eagle Street Wharfs. The old boats back in the day would have been all down here. So this is Eagle Street Wharf. And you've got a whole lot of building stuff happening here. Yeah, The Power of Now, man, it's a fabulous book. Fabulous book. If you haven't heard about it, Google it. Eckhart Tolle. You can thank me later. But you have to be in the right frame of mind. Someone gave me his name, Eckhart Tolle, quite a few years ago to 13 years ago actually, to read and look him up on YouTube. And I looked him up and I just couldn't understand him. I just didn't get it. He's a German guy, so he's got quite a big accent, right? But I just didn't get the message. And I probably wasn't in the right head space for it. But last year, I did 75 hard. And the 75 hard, you actually have to read 10 pages a day of a book for 75 days. And you've got to do a whole lot of other things, right, too. It's bloody hard. But in that process, I read about 7 books. And The Power of Now was the first book I read in that 75 hard. And I tell you, so good. Just talks about basically, live for now. Don't worry about what's happening in the future. You can't change that. I mean, you could do things to help track you to that area at that time, but nothing's guaranteed, right? All you got is right now. I love that. And don't think about what happened yesterday or last week or, what happened a year ago. You've only got now. So this is like a dummy picture of what it's going to look like. Artist impression. Interesting. So they've been building this for a long time. So John Holland Development. If that means anything to you? Good morning, late leather something. Hi, greetings. I should say good afternoon. It's 4:30 in the afternoon here in southeast Queensland, in Brisbane. That's where we are right now, Brisbane City. But it's quite overcast afternoon, very overcast. That reminds me of what I saw last night, a crane. That crane. So last night I went to the Royal Brisbane Show, which we should call it the Ekka. And it's a 10-day big state fair, basically. And what they've got, because it's 150 years of the Ekka this year, it's been going for 150 years, they actually hired an American dude that bloody shoots himself out of a bloody cannon. It was absolute madness. So when I just saw that reminded me of this guy literally coming out of a cannon. I will actually try to upload that because it's absolute madness. I have never seen anyone fly out of a cannon before. Have you guys ever seen that? He's an American guy. You maybe know him or something, or heard of him. But obviously, the Brisbane show obviously paid for him to come and do the show every night. This is a nice bar down here. This is a nice area, actually. Lots of bars and restaurants down here. Opa. It's a popular place. Come down and get your cocktails. So sometimes you can come down here and it's absolutely stunning, beautiful blue skies. And look at today, completely different contrast, right? Another ferry stop here. So we could actually catch the ferry if we wanted to, but that's cheating. We're exercising, guys. We're walking. We're walking over to Howard Smith Wharf, which is where the bridge is, which is Story Bridge. So back in the day, this is where you used to buy your tickets to get on the ferry. But it's no longer there because basically you can't buy tickets to the ferry now. It's all on tap. You can tap with your key card or your credit card, or you have a Go card that you put money onto. So all public transport in Brisbane is linked. So ferry, buses, trains, all linked. and it's all 50 cents a go. So if you go over from one stop, it's 50 cents, 10 stops, 50 cents. Doesn't matter. So it's just a new initiative that's come through in the last year, where our government are trying to encourage people to use more public transport so that more people off the road. There's a lot of people moving up to Queensland. Hard to say that right now, but people do move here because of the weather. It looks a bit weird today, right? It's very overcast. But this is winter. And today, through the day, I didn't have a sweater on because it was just beautiful. Just this afternoon, it looks like it's a bit overcast. But yeah, a lot of people from Sydney, Melbourne are moving up here. Traditionally, houses are a little bit cheaper up here. Though, saying that, everything's getting very expensive up here now. I feel sorry for people having to buy houses. This is beautiful. Look at all the bougainvillea. If you're familiar with bougainvillea, there's a whole lot of thorns in there, but they have different colours. Obviously, they've put a whole lot of bougainvilleas all together, different colours. You can get red too. So you got white, purple. That's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, this is a pretty cool building. This is Customs House. This is an old building. It's a restaurant-y kind of event place. You can hire it out for weddings and things. Hello, hi. The Source. Doran, hey mate, how you going? Guess what, Doran? Guess who's doing Dancing with Dora tonight? I've edited a video with you in it. Beat it. Just beat it. Just beat it. Just beat it. So I will collab you so you can put it on your page if you want to or not. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It's up to you. You must be about to go to bed, I'd say. So my mate, The Source, is Doran. He is in Maui. So Doran, I'm walking back to my car. I've been in Brisbane. I actually went on a steam train today, guys. So once a year, the actual steam train comes out and takes people to the Brisbane show. And you can go on it for free. You got to line up like everyone else. But I only lined up for about half an hour. It was awesome. I think I've only been on a steam train one or twice in my life. And normally you've got to pay lots of money to be on a steam train. But today is called People's Day, where the Brisbane city area is all a day off for the Brisbane show. So part of that, they do a free train, a steam train, to the Ekka. And you don't actually have to be going to the Ekka. I went to the Ekka yesterday, which is the Brisbane show. So this is the Brisbane River, and back that way is Brisbane. It's only very small. It's not like Sydney or Melbourne. You jumped the gun? What do you mean you jumped the gun? I don't know what you're referring to. Doran? So I'm parked up on the top of those cliffs up there. Had a nice walk back to my car. In the morning, I was with someone else and we caught the ferry up the river into Brisbane. This is still classed as Brisbane down here. But I chose to walk back. I love the walk back. It's very interesting, the sky today. Look how grey it is. It's very grey. This is the Story Bridge. A lot of people Sydney has the Harbour Bridge. It's a very famous bridge. Looks like a bit of like a coat hanger. We have the Story Bridge down here. And you can also climb it too. So it's starting to get lit up a little bit. You can see it kind of the lights on it. I'm surprised we can't actually see people walking on it yet. They do walk on it. I don't know why there's no one on it yet. What time is it? Oh, I think it maybe start at 5:30. It's too early. It's only just 4:46 p.m. I didn't want to make it a video and send it to you, so I just launched it. Glad you look at it and ran with it. Yeah, of course, mate. I'm flexible, mate. Like I care. I just screen recorded it and chopped it up. But I used the same song. Because, it's a challenge, right? You said you're it, so maybe I need to nominate someone else. Maybe that's an idea. Who can we nominate to dance next? I had Dr. Ninja on before. Maybe we need to nominate Dr. Ninja. So there's not a lot of people around at the moment because it is a public holiday. If this was a normal Wednesday afternoon, there would be so many people through here or walking home from work. And there's another big long walkway over there. There's a lot of walkways here. So Brisbane's very, I guess it's very outdoorish because, a lot of people live in apartments here, right? It's a big apartment city in here. If you look around here and pan around this way, a lot of apartments. So if you live in an apartment, you don't have a backyard, you need to get out and about in the garden and in nature. So that's why there's a lot of walkways here. Just like everywhere, right? New York City has lots of apartments. They have a lot of green spaces. Well, I don't know if there's lots of them, but you've got Central Park. Right. Oh, this is a bit sad. A missing person, missing for 13 years. That's a bit sad, isn't it? Help bring back Monique Chubb home. Oh, that's a bit sad. 13 years she's been missing. Wow. That looks like some kind of marker that would have been bobbing away in the ocean once upon a time. Got the Jehovah's Witnesses here. I'll take you around this way, guys. This is where all the fancy restaurants are. So we've got the Crystal Brook. That's a nice fancy restaurant or / motel, hotel. And there's a rooftop bar up there too. I've not been up there yet. I need to do a rooftop bar Brisbane special. I love a rooftop bar. This is a really nice Asian restaurant in here, the Stanley. Japanese inspired, I believe. Well, Asian at least. Yoko, I think, is Japanese. This is quite a popular one here. George's Paragon, it's called a Paragon. Lots of fancy cocktails in this one. Oh yeah, Mr. Percival's. A little bit wrong, Mr. Doctor, whatever. Percival. I should have probably muted that, otherwise I'll get a little hit. This is what's this place called? Felons. Felons is they make their own make their own beer in the back here. So a lot of craft beer here, but really nice venue. Look at this. You can order on your little thing here, sit under the river, under the bridge. Lots of pizzas here. Beautiful wharf. So you got all the beer, craft beer they're making there. But yeah, it goes all the way down. They own the whole section. Okay. We've got someone, maybe there's someone actually singing somewhere. Maybe, I don't know. It's really nice in here. Oh yeah, there is someone singing. So it's in the sun, this is lovely. There's a playground there too. So we could have caught the ferry over here, but we chose to walk because we like to walk. So they've got trivia happening tonight. Harry's Trivia. That's a nice big bar. So you got all the beer cylinders and stuff like that. Wine barrels. Obviously they're just for show. Oh, I'm going to get hitted. Lots of hits from... So you can stop by, get a drink of water if you want. I mean, it's probably... I couldn't be bothered turning off muting it to... I'd rather just deal with the copyright hit later on and you just have to cut that little bit out. Oh, it's going to rain, guys. Okay, we're going over this way. I've just parked up the top there actually, guys. So I'm going to say goodbye because I need to go to the toilet. And there is a bathroom over here. It's a really cool place, Dorian, yeah. When places get so compact, congested, overpopulated, gotta build vertical... What? Alright guys, I'm gonna say goodbye because I need to go wee. And I need to go run up the top of here to go, oh no, the toilet is around the corner here. This is probably one of the nicest toilets in Brisbane. Let me just show you the toilet, okay? And then I will say goodbye. Because you know what I'm like, I'm weird. Actually, you know what we might do? Because there's really not that many people there. And I might actually just, I'll show you the toilet. Then I'll mute you. Mute me and the camera. Then I'll come back and this is like a really cool elevator up. Okay, these are the coolest toilets. Right. How fancy are these toilets, man? They're very fancy. They use really nice soap too. And look at this. How cool is this? Very, very pretty. Okay, I'm Okay, so we always like to do a dancing with Dora in the toilet. I don't know, because I just am weird like that, okay? So move along if you think I'm weird. I don't care. We have a toilet, and it's quite a nice toilet, can I just say, even though this is leaking. But how nice are these toilet, like the sinks? And the actual soap in a public toilet, it smells really good. It smells really good. And then you've got a dryer. Fancy, I know. So we have to do a dancing with Dora. Okay, let me just set up the camera. Let's see if we can set the camera up. Okay. There we go. Can we see it? We're dancing in the toilet. We're dancing. Who am I? Okay, here, maybe this way. Okay. Is that better? Yeah. We're dancing in the toilet. Okay, Diego always gives me shit because I have the same moves all the time. I don't know, I just don't know any other moves. I'm not a dancer. I didn't say I'm a good dancer, I just like to dance, right? Yeah, we're dancing in the toilet. We're in a toilet. Okay, let's move on. I'm going to take you on the coolest ride. Okay, let me plug you in again. Hopefully it's raining. Okay, so that's where the toilets are, under this kind of cliff face here. And we're going to go up. There's 2 lifts here, and they're very scenic lifts. The lift on the other side is way more scenic because you're closer to the bridge, but this one's pretty good too. It's got a good view, and it's got a great park for the kids here. How cool is that? Like tree houses for the kids. So I'm about to go up the lift. So I won't be any talking because like there's people will be like, who are you talking to? I'm talking to no one probably. So you can take your bikes up here too. So this is advertising the River Fire. River Fire is on the 5th of September. So they have fireworks all over the river. It's an amazing view, like different fireworks all over the place. You can go up the stairs, guys. I'm just being lazy because I've just walked all this way. And I want to take you up the lift. I don't know who's there, guys, but jump. I can jump when we get up the top. Doran, we can jump up the top. It's got a good view up the top. Let's show you the view. I love this elevator. This lift is so cool. Ready? It's super fast too, guys. It's got a view. Whee!
You're going up first.
Told you it's cool, guys. It's very cool.
You're going up first.
It's good. It shows you a bit of more of Brisbane. So, yeah, Doran, are you there? Calling Doran. Bring. Is Doran still there? We can do a jumping for joy. Like I need any encouragement. Like, you just need to say jump and I jump. Oh, don't sit there, lovey. I want to jump there. Oh, space. Okay. All right, we're just going to borrow the space. Oh, maybe not. Hold on. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, is someone there? We're going to do a jumping for joy. Oh, actually, no, that's probably too soon. I need, cause I don't have a tripod with me, guys. So what we're going to do is, this is my tripod, guys. Bottle of water. And put you on the ground. Take the battery pack out. And we're just going to jump. Jump, jump, jump. Ready? Jumping for joy. All right, let's pick up our things. And yeah, this is Brisbane, guys. She's not a huge city compared to Sydney and Melbourne, but this is where I was born. I was born in Brisbane Hospital, which is kind of behind over that way. And she's a pretty place. Got this river that goes, snakes all through Brisbane. It's great. And you can go on these ferries that go up and down the river for 50 cents. It's so cheap. So we're literally on the cliff face up here. These guys are all waiting to go down. Do you like that lift? It was pretty cool, eh? I love it. I love coming to the city. I haven't been in for ages. So I came in today with a friend. Well, actually, it was work, actually. So I took the opportunity when I came home to do it by myself. And then I could do a live stream. So Doran, I'm a week away from going to Africa, mate. I'm so bloody excited. And yeah, I haven't been doing much live streaming, and obviously won't be doing any live streaming when I'm in Africa because, well, just because it'll be expensive. All right. Hello, Carl. So, I think this is time for me to say goodbye. Anyway, I hope you like my jumping for joy and my walk. I enjoyed my walk. Wow.
Oh, what's happened yet?
Gotta do a new jumps around. I know. There's so many of them. It's a good problem to have, right? These are, you've got to create problems that are good, Let me have a cup of tea with you, Doran. Thermos. Let's pour a cup of tea. Well, I'll warm my car up because the car's been sitting here all day. It's a lovely cup of tea. I think you like cup of tea too, don't you, Doran? Bit of black tea. I'm a bit addicted to the black tea, guys. I like my black tea. Okay, car is warm. I'm feeling a bit warm in the car, actually. Well, that kind of was good timing, guys. It's actually starting to rain now, a lot more. Let me just... Okay, let me not take my shirt off. That would not be a good idea. That's better. Well, I don't know how many Ks I did. It's not the point, right? It's just about moving the body and exercising. So anyway, guys, I think I'm going to go. I bet YouTube Studio... What? I bet YouTube Studio. Ask Studio could tell you every time you say jump for joy. Oh, can you do that? Can you do that? I have a couple of folders that I put. I take a lot of photos and videos. So it's becoming a bit of a lot of them, right? And I used to, when I did my morning lives that I do in my jumping for joys at sunrise, I would screenshot them, but it's a lot of effort to go back and screenshot and then upload them. And I've got to. Who's got the time? I'll be honest. Who's got the time? And like I said, that will be something I will work on because I've got one video. It's not that great, but it's a lot of jumps of my olden day jumps. But there's a lot of new jumps from like sunrise. I love sunrise jumps. So you can imagine doing like stacking all the sunrise jumps, boom, boom, boom. So I don't know about this. Asking YouTube Studio about that. I will ask him. Hey, that'd be good. I used to even all my live streams. I used to actually timestamp them and I think you taught me how to timestamp actually. Timestamp them, so for the jumping for joy, so that at least if I don't, people are not going to watch my replays and my live streams. They're too long, right? Don't waste your time. But I'd put the timestamp for the jumping for the joy so that people could just see that, or sunrise, because that's really what people want to see: sunrise and a jumping for joy. Oh, that feels good. All right, guys. Well, I want to get home. I've got about half an hour, 45-minute drive home. And yeah, I'm going to enjoy the drive home while I have a cup of tea. You can repost all that. Good idea. Video with all your jumps and sunrises, etc. Even if it's all 1 hour videos, upload that. Yeah, mate, do you know? I've got so many. I found my first jumping for joy it was actually 18 years ago, Doran. It was in Indonesia, interestingly enough, where my mum's from. And I don't know why I did it. I had an old camera, and it's hard to take photos of yourself. It doesn't have one of those selfie camera things. It's like old technology, right? I used to just have to set it up, press burst, and then I just would run out in front of this big temple, and I did a jumping for joy. And half the time you get your head, your feet, it doesn't work. But I've got one that's jumping for joy. And that was my first jumping for joy. I don't know why I did it. I have no idea. But that was my first jumping for joy. And then progressively through this trip, I've got some really bad jumping for joys in front of St. Basil's Cathedral in Moscow. Was it my St. Peter? In Russia. And the famous, it looks like a Lego church. It's so beautiful. And I'm doing a jumping for joy there, but it looks like I'm constipated. It's not a very good jump. I took a nice photo of someone else jumping, because they saw me jumping and they did a jump and they did a really good jump. But mine looks like I'm constipated. But that's part of the fun, right? I think, having funny jumps, like who wants to see a nice jump, right? You want to see something funny, like when someone falls on their face or something. I've never fallen on my face, just to be clear. But yeah, I've got some, and then I've got some. I actually posted one, actually, Doran, in my community post. I think I did. Yeah, I did. Of jumping for joy in the Bolivian sea salt. The sea salts in Bolivia. They've got a sea salt flats, and it's just so cool. You can do a voiceover the whole thing, so we know some of the locations and stories. Actually, you know what, Doran? You've just gave me an idea. I do a lot of posting on Instagram. When I say I do, I really don't. What I mean is I have a lot of content on Instagram, because that's where I started playing first before I joined YouTube. So I actually have a really good video where basically it said, guess where I am. So it's basically, you've got to guess all my jumps. And then I made a second one where I told you all the places I jumped. And it's like it's not a long form video, it's a short. But it's really fun. So I can repurpose it. I've got so much content there, I can just repurpose it. So I should do that. I think I will do that, because I think a lot of people like my jumping for joys. Probably more than hearing me gabber on about something. When I first met you, I was you and Diego in front of a big round rock. Yes, and I did a jumping for joy there too. Yeah, that was what was it called? I don't know. It was a hike we did. Yeah, nice. Yeah, screen record. No, you don't even have to screen record it, mate. You just basically pretend to edit it, because it's my content. I can pretend to edit it and remix it, just like I did with yours. I just basically screen recorded it. But yeah, with my own content, I can actually, you go to edit it and then you can download it, which is really handy. So when I'm away for 8 weeks, I'm actually trying to, because I'm not going to be doing any live streams, and I won't have access to the internet very much in Africa. It costs a fortune, so I'm not going to bother. But I need to, because I've been quite consistent for the last year, I guess. I'm trying to put videos out. So I've scheduled one. I've made another one. I'm in the process of making another one. I've got a series called Wild Encounters with Dora. So obviously, like wildlife. So the first one is a pelican encounter. Next one is whales encounter. The next one is editing at the moment is the Komodo dragons in Indonesia that I saw a couple of months ago, or maybe a few months ago now. So yeah, I've got this turtle adventures, all these little wild encounters, because I'm going to Africa to see animals. So why not make it a whole animal, thing? And then when I come back, I have to finish off the encounters, or I don't have to finish. I can always keep on going with the encounter series. So yeah, you could put all those encounters in one video too. Oh yes, I could, but I want to make it long form video so I can actually get the watch hours for it, and get like $2 opposed to 10 cents on live streaming. So yeah, I want to get back into the actual reason why I became a YouTuber, was to actually post content. I've just somehow gone into live streaming because I love live streaming. I like chatting and talking to myself effectively. I've made so many friends through live streaming. But yeah, I could do like, so I want to do a series of individual animals, and then I will do a big one. But basically I'm scheduling them. But what I might do is I might actually do a whole lot of shorts, because you get paid for shorts too, right? And it gives, like I've noticed if I do a good short, it does, you attach a long form video to it, and then people go watch the long form video. Not too many people do that, but they can, So like with my Dancing with Dora tonight that I'll post, I'll add in there a video from last week's Dancing with Dora. So yeah. Anyway, dude, I'm gonna go. But yeah, stay tuned. There will be some, as I said, I'm going to try to streamline into more long form videos while I'm away, because I won't be doing much live streaming. Right, schedule all the content while you're away. Exactly. And you know what I learned the other day? Did you know this, Doran? I didn't know this, Doran. I'm probably telling you what you already know, but someone told me the other day you can actually schedule posts. I had no idea. So what I'm going to do is I've scheduled all my I'll schedule my videos. I've scheduled one already, and every week on a Thursday they'll be out. What I'll do though, when I schedule the video, I'll also schedule a post that says, hey guys, and I'll tag a few people, like, or just not every week, I'll tag different people and say, hey guys, new video out, check out my Wild Encounter series, blah, blah, blah. So yes, so you knew that? Yes, okay, well, I didn't know that. So then I'll also schedule some Dancing with Doras and videos from the long form video. So yeah, I've got to hurry up. I've got one more week left and I've got to pull my finger out. So anyway, in that case, I'm going home, Doran. I could talk forever, Doran, you know that. But I want to, drive home. So guys, I don't know who else is in the background. I'd say guys, but really it's just you. And there's Stash for Cash. Hey, mate. Doran, that's how I think I heard it. I met Stash with Coach Mean Reen, but I met Coach Mean Reen through Doran. I'm currently in country, etc., but put some updates into the posts. Oh, yes. Okay, yes. Yeah, exactly. I'm just being a little bit careful, Doran. So, Stash, I'm about to go to Africa, mate. I'm about to go on holidays to Africa. But Stash, Doran, I'm going to be a bit careful with, okay, let me drive while I talk, guys. I'm going to be careful because, like, when I was in Bali, I did lots of live streaming, right? But there's a lot of people around. Africa's a little bit different, right? And I've got to be careful about my safety. So if you're doing live streaming, people know where you are. And so I'm just being, hey, also, Doran, I'm catching up with Jazz. I don't know, Stash, if you know my friend Jazz Nomad TV, or she's our friend. I met Jazz when we did the 30-day uploading challenge. So that's how I met Doran. Doran was doing a 30-day challenge, and then I met a whole lot of ladies, and then we all just became all good friends, right? There's Tracy, there's a whole lot of us anyway. So I'm meeting up with Jazz. She's going to be in Zanzibar when I finish my trip with my school friends. So yeah, but anyway, what I was going to say, so like Zanzibar, for example, is a really beautiful place, a little island, but it's only very small, and it is a Muslim country too, right? So you just got to be careful, like, Bali's very creator friendly, right? Zanzibar's not like a creator friendly kind of place. So safety is a big thing. So if I'm live streaming on the beach, that's probably safe, right? You're on the beach, is public place. But if I'm like walking down the street going into shopping centres and stuff like that, which I did in Bali a lot. That's it's very safe because it's very, very multicultural. It's very, it's very Australian even more than anything. And it's very acceptable to be, taking videos and photos of everyone and anything, right? But in Africa, it's a bit different. There's respect of where you are, the culture, and it's just, it's a different vibe. So when you say about, posting where you are, I'm going to post where I am from the last, like when I leave a place, that's what I'll post and say, hey, I'm in so and so. I was in so and so. I won't tell people where I'm going. Just out of safety kind of thing. I hate that I have to do that, but that's what you got to do, right? So sorry guys, I can't actually read the chat. It's very, very, highly illegal to be touching your phone and playing with your phone. So that's why I'm not playing with my phone. So I'm going to pull over in a second and turn the phone off, like right now. I just wanted to, get that blah, 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 blah out. So my blah, 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 blah is over. Oh, wow, Africa, that's amazing. Yeah, be careful. Nice. Yes, that's why about the posting thing. So post it, but like I'm going to more do it posting so people can get to my long form videos. And if I am in the area and I can manage to do a post or a video, I'll post it from when I leave the area. That way, Dora's not there anymore. So anyway, I'll see you later, guys. Nice to see you. Hope you're well. Hope hope everything's going well. I mean, I've seen Dora and you've been posting lots and doing lots of stuff. So Stash, there's a Dancing with Dora and Doran tonight, or this morning for you guys. Yeah, so stay tuned. Dancing with Dora and Doran. You can't beat it, can you? Okay, I'm going to go. Then people can follow along and anticipate the upcoming content when you're back. Exactly. It also means that Dora has to keep herself accountable because it's very, very common for Dora to come back from holidays and not post anything. Like I haven't posted anything on my trip to Ibiza.